Already on the line, and they're off. Heading up to the first corner. Going to be close. And they're right around there, no problems. I think these are the mods. They're running a bit faster than the other ones. Looks like number 114, Ian Fleer's in the lead. Yeah, we have the senior youth class number 20 up on the line there. Damon Macon, Justin Hutchison, Emmett Watson, Ben Hart, Nick Baker, and Brent Scott on the line. Okay, they're coming into the fourth turn here. Looks like Ian still in the lead, followed closely by number 525. Lucas must be his brother. And number 62, Kendra Shepard, coming up in third place. Looks like Ian's stretching it out there. Oh, maybe not. His brother's trying to get by him. This is going to make for some interesting talk when they get home. He's right on his tail. He'd sure like to get by him. We'll see what happens in that big corner up there. He's still out in front. Pedal to the metal there, buddies. Coming into the last turn here. He's still out in front. Ian in the lead, followed closely by his brother Lucas and number 62, Kendra Shepard. Last lap.
That's Kendrick Shepard.
Kendrick Shepard. Looks like Ian still out in the lead there. Gonna have to find a new line there, Lucas. Take them on the inside. Nope, it's not happening. And they're coming down for the last turn. Ian's still out in front. And Lucas has the camera there. Should be interesting watching that when they get home. And number 114, Ian takes the checkered. Second is Lucas Fleer. And Kendra Shepard is third. Good race, guys and ladies. Okay, this is the class number 20. Damon Macon, Justin Hutchison, Emmett Watson, Ben Hart, Nick Baker, and Brent Scott on the line. And they're off. Looks like 114. Or 14, Ben Hart was in the lead there. See who comes out of the first turn here. Ben's in second. I'm sorry I didn't get the number on the first sled there. Oh, that Yami with the red hood. Oh, I thought he got by him there. Number 24B, Damon Macon's in the lead, followed by number 14, Ben Hart, and number 5, Nick Baker, third. And here comes number 13. Not sure who that is. This is a final. One heat in this class. These are 300cc max, 2-stroke, single or twin. So 24B, Damon still in the lead. Number 14, Ben Hart second. Number 5, Nick in third. Here comes number... Can't read the number. And number 13's bringing up the rear. They're on the last lap now. Sorry. Yeah, the next race is the Powder Puff. Faith Watson, Tanya McGarity, Nicole Zevenbergen, Kelly Forster, and Jennifer Blake on the line. We're looking for a couple more sleds there by the looks of things.
Nicole dropped.
Okay, Nicole's out. So we need a couple more on the line there. A couple more ladies. She's waiting for her sled. Should have 5 sleds on the line. We got another one changing. Is that it for this class? Just the 4 sleds then? I think there's one more. Is there another one coming out? There's only 4. There's 6 here. There's 1 out. There'd be 5. Okay, looks like everybody's on the line. I made a mistake there. We're ready to go. You're right.
Jennifer Blake with the hole shot.
Yes, right on, Jennifer. Is she still in the lead? She is. She's coming around in the first turn there. Just a giving her. Numbers are
209 for Jen.
Yep. She's driving your sleds. Jennifer Blake in the lead on the RUP. Coming into the last turn there. She's stretching it out, I think. And followed in number 2nd, number 18 would be Kelly Forster. And the numbers on the top, I can't read that one. And number 720 would be Tanya McGarity from Walkerton. And Jennifer, she's still out in front. Looks like that Yamaha's closed a bit. See what happens in these corners. Trying to take the inside line there. Oh, she slid, lost it. Something's happening in the back there, I think. No, she's on the inside. She's still going. It's close back there. Oh, she's trying to go on the outside now. Maybe she found a different line there. Here she comes. They're neck and neck. She just took her on that curve there, number 18, Kelly Forster, just past Jennifer there. Last lap coming up now. See what happens if Jennifer can Get by her.
Jennifer's running like always in second.
So Kelly's still in the lead. Jennifer still got a chance. See what she does in the back there. Looks like she's stretching it out there, Kelly. And they're coming around. She's right behind her. See what happens in this last turn here. She's right on her tail. So it looks like Kelly Forster's going to take the checkered, followed closely by... Did she catch her? Who won? I couldn't even tell from here. Oh, did Kelly get there in the end? And number 3, can't read the number. She fell off, but I think she's okay. And here comes number 720, Tanya McGarity from Walkerton. She takes 4th. Okay, and the next one. It's class number 1. At the line, Pat Boucher, Darcy Quinlan, Dan Weber, and Griffin Williamson. It's a final, folks. So we've got Griffin Williamson, Dan Weber, Darcy Quinlan, and Pat Boucher. Aren't you in this? Okay, I guess Pat's a scratch. Or Darcy's a scratch on this one. He won't be there.
Is that class number 1?
Class number 1.
Okay.
So is that the Yami? The 130C? Yeah, okay, so anytime I see that one, you're out. Okay, so we're going to have 3 sleds. We're waiting for one more here. Who are we waiting for? Pat Boucher to the line. Pat, get the lead out, buddy. So the next one after that, after we find Pat.
I think I put Griffin in the wrong class here, Ian. He should be in the next class. This is a 300 cc. So I put him in the wrong class. He should be in the next class. Pat Boucher, are you coming to the line? Yep. Darcy's out. Dan Weber. That's Dan Weber up there. So we got 2. Okay, you ready to go?
You want to do it? Okay, that's it. They're on the line. Wayne's ready to get them off. And they're off. And that Polaris Colt got a heck of a hole shot, and he's way out in front. How'd you do? Well, it was so close at the end there. I don't know who won.
I thought it was Kelly. But
I don't know, but they're marking it down there.
Yeah, they're doing it.
second. Oh, he is.
What's he saying? Are you Jennifer?
No, Kelly.
You're Kelly. Okay, so you were in the lead, but it looked like Kelly passed you at the end.
It's their call. They were
Yeah, we couldn't tell from here. Okay, they're coming around here. What number is that? 88. 88's in the lead. Dan Weber from Flusherton, followed by Pat Boucher from Goderich. This is a final, so it's 3 laps. Yep. It would help. Okay, the next one is class number 2. Pat Boucher and Dan Weber. Darcy Quinlan's listed, but he's out. I think that Williamson is in this. I'll have to ask Rob if this is the one.
Yeah, Griffin's in this class.
Griffin's in this one. The upcoming one. And Dan Weber, he's still in the lead, but looks like Pat's getting a little closer. 1 lap to go. Griffin's in the next one. Okay. Oh, okay. So we'll have Griffin Williamson at the line, Pat Boucher, and Dan Weber. They're both out in the track. But Griffin can get to the line. Oh, and it looks like he just passed him there, but it looks like Dan's still in the lead, though. We'll see what happens when they come around here in this last turn. It's going to be close. He's right on his tail. Dan's still out in front. But if he can find a straighter line and get better traction, he might be able to pass him. Here he comes. I think it's close. Here he comes. Oh, man, this is a close one. I can't tell who's going to take the checkered here. Who got it? Okay, Dan ended up winning it in the end anyway. Okay, and those two fellows are back on the line. This is class number 2. So now we have Griffin Williamson on the Arctic Cat, Pat Boucher on the Rupp, and Dan Weber on Polaris Colt. We'll see how that Cat does here. This should be interesting. They're in the hands of your starter, and they're off. And away goes Griffin. He's way out in front. He got the whole shot into the first turn. He's right up there. That thing is motoring. He sure looks like a snowcrosser. Look at him go into the first turn. Followed by Dan Weber. Griffin Williamson. Oh, he's going to have to find a better line for that turn next time. He lost a bit there. And they're into the next turn. I think if he can get a long, straight stretch, he can stretch it out a bit, but that Colt's right on his butt. Here they come. He's giving her. They're right neck and neck there. He's still out in front. Pat's in the lot, but they're all in contention for the flag at this point, I'd say. Griffin's still out in front. The Rupp's passing the Colt. Nope, maybe not. Looked like he got him there, but don't think so. Same placing as they come to that turn. See how he does in this one. Oh, Pat just about flew off there, but he's still on. They're coming. Around the back stretch. Griffin looks like he's putting a little space between him and Pat. Pat's now in second. Yeah, that Cat's doing good. One more lap. Keep her going. Oh, and Pat's right there. Is Pat going to get him up there? I don't think he's got enough top end. Oh, and Griffin just about tipped over there. But he's still going. Into this last turn. Pat's just a motor in there. He's trying to catch up. We'll see what happens in the back stretch there. Still out in front. Coming down to the last turn here. Looks like there's a bit of a jostling for third maybe, or second. And Griffin's still out in front. He's going to take the checkered flag. Griffin Williamson, Pat Boucher, and Dan Weber takes third. Good race, guys. Okay, the next one. What? Oh, you pulled him off? Okay. Okay, so this is race number 3. Single cylinder super stock 0 to 300 cc's. We should have at the line Pat Boucher, Dan Weber, Steve Shepard, Greg Mance, and Jason Smith. We should have 5 sleds on the line. And we've got 4 at the moment. Is somebody missing, or is that it? Is somebody else a scratch? I know Darcy Quinlan's a scratch. Is Jason Smith out there, number 75X? Are we waiting for him? I guess not. They're off. And this is a final, 3 laps. And looks like Greg Mance is in the lead on the first turn there. That Yamaha doesn't look like much, but it sure does motor. And you got an aggressive driver there for sure. Pat Boucher in third. Into the turn there. Round the back stretch. Here comes Greg. Greg Mance in the lead from Rockwood. On that Yamaha 292. Hold on to her there. Here he comes. In second. Number 62 is Steve Shepard from Kincardine, followed by Dan Weber and Pat Boucher. Greg's still in the lead. Pat doesn't seem to have enough top end on this one. He's not competing. Greg's still out in the lead coming into this third and fourth turn here. Still running strong. Number 51. Followed by number 62, Steve Shepard from Kincardine. And number 88, Dan Weber from Flesherton. And Pat Boucher in fourth. And they're into the last turn here now. Looks like they're spaced out. Unless something happens, that might be the finish. Greg's still way out in front. Dan Weber in second. Greg's coming around the last turn. Way out in front. Your leader, Greg Mance, coming up for the checkered, number 51. Followed closely by the Arctic Cat, number 62. Steve Shepard from Kincardine takes second, and number 88 is Dan Weber from Flesherton takes third, and Dan Boucher is fourth. Okay, sorry guys. Next one is class number 4. It's a final, Wayne. We need at the line Pat Boucher, Dan Weber, Steve Shepard, Greg Mance, Jason Smith, and Griffin Williamson. So a couple of the lads that were just out there back on the line. So we've got Greg's on the line. Pat's just finding his spot, but we're waiting for some more sleds there. Griffin's in this one, Griffin Williamson. So Pat Boucher, number 209 from Dungannon. Dan Weber, number 88 from Flesherton on his Polaris. Steve Shepard, number 62 from Kincardine. Greg Mance, Jason Smith, and Griffin Williamson on the line. Is Griffin coming? Just wait a bit here. I think there should be 2 more up there.
Steven Smith or whatever is scratched.
Jason Smith?
Jason Smith.
Okay, Jason Smith is out, but we're waiting for Griffin. Has he got troubles? Here he comes. This is a final, folks. I don't know if there's one more. I think that's everybody at the line now. There's just the 4 of them. Pat, where are you going? Get on the line there, buddy. Okay, they're just grooming the corner there. Wait till they get that done. Okay, yeah, 88, you're on the line too. Okay, we're ready to go here, Pat. Here he comes. Get on the line, Pat. Okay, this should be a closely contested one. Single cylinder super stock modified, 0 to 300. And Greg Mance looks like he's got the whole shot. Just in front of number 88, Dan Weber on the Polaris. Into the first turn. He's still in front. And Griffin, he's right in there as well. They're coming neck and neck around that turn there. Greg's holding it so far. Into this hairpin turn here. Griffin in third and Pat Boucher in fourth. And around the back stretch. Looks like nothing changed there. Greg still in the lead, followed by number 88, Dan Weber on the Polaris Colt. And in third place is Griffin Williamson. Now, he's just past the Colt. Griffin's now into second place. 2 more laps to go. Greg Mance is holding the lead for now. But Griffin is giving it his all there. We'll see how he does on his top end, if he can make up some distance there. Looks like Greg's holding it so far. Pat just passed number 88, Dan Weber. He's now in third. So change there. Greg Mance still in the lead. 1 more lap to go. Solid second there for Griffin. Pat Boucher in third. And number 88, Dan Weber in fourth. Oh, Pat's having trouble. So Greg Mance still in the lead. And Griffin following him closely, trying to catch up for that top checkered flag. They're into the last turn now. Greg's still out in front. Dan Weber in third. Looks like Pat's sled's running again. I don't know what happened there. The next one is Class 5, should be on the line. Some of the guys are out there. And Greg Mance is coming for the checkered flag. Number 51, followed closely by Griffin Williamson, takes second. And Dan Weber, number 88, third. And here comes Pat Boucher, takes fourth. Okay, the next one is class number 5, 74 and older. Twin cylinder stock. It's a final. 0 to 300 cc's. We have... No, Darcy's out. Looks like they're Leroy Veenstra and Dan Weber. Number 37, Dan Weber, and number 67A, Leroy Veenstra on the line. Leroy's on the line. Is Dan Weber, number 37, coming out? Here he comes. I think that's his dad there. Hopefully he's close behind with his helmet. There's only 2 in this one. Where's Dan? There he is. So we got 2 sleds, obviously a final. They're on the line. in the hands of your starter. They're off. And it looks like Leroy on the Ski-Doo is out in front. And the John Deere, I guess it's acting like an old John Deere putt-putt tractor. Ski-Doo right out in front there. Here comes Dan. Second place. So I think you'd just figure you're out for Sunday afternoon drive there, Leroy. Coming around the back stretch, everything's going good. Looks like it's a TNT, about a 73 or 74, I think is what it is. One of the first sleds that Ski-Doo made where the motor is down in the front. And here comes the John Deere. That's a 73 300, I believe it is. John Deere came into the snowmobile business in 1972, and they exited in 84. Made some good sleds in the interim, but they were getting into the garden tractor business was growing, and they started making garden tractors where they had made the sleds in Horicon, Wisconsin. Here comes Leroy, still out in the lead, taking the white flag. One more lap to go. The next class will be, let me see here. The number 6. Pat Boucher, Leroy's out in the track, and Nick Boucher are in this one. 209 and 209B, Pat and Nick Boucher. And then Leroy will come to the line also. So here's the last lap. Leroy's way out in front. He's going to get the first, barring any major catastrophe. Here he comes up for the checkered flag. Leroy Veenstra, 67A from Strathroy, Ontario, takes the checkered. So we're looking for Nick and Pat Boucher on the line.
Hey, while we're waiting there, Richard, I just want to say a big thank you to our sponsors. Snowline Sports of London, Ontario is our title sponsor. And we also have some great door prizes today from them, as well as Royal Distributing of Guelph and Phantom Snowmobiles of Orillia, Ontario. Also a great sponsor. Lin Hoy Enterprises has sponsored the youth class trophies today. And Phantom Snowmobiles has sponsored the crests that we are giving to the 120 class participants. So thank you to all the sponsors.
Okay, they're on the line. The Boucher brothers and Leroy Veenstra. This is not class 6, twin cylinder stock 301 to 400 cc's. They're off. And Pat takes the whole shot. He's out in the lead. Into the first turn. Coming around there. And this is a final, Wayne. Next class is number 7. Twin cylinder super stock, 0 to 300. Dan Weber, Steve Shepard, Jason Smith, Greg Mance, Leroy Veenstra, and John Troop. No Jason Smith, he's out. And Pat, he's way out in the lead here. He's just a motoring that nitro. Followed by his brother Nick on one of Pat's sleds. And Leroy coming up third. And Pat, he's still out in front. I'm pretty sure Pat took the best sled, the fastest one. He wouldn't give his brother the slower one, would he? Leroy's in third, but maybe he can get by Nick. We'll see what happens here. Pat's still out in front. Yeah, Rupp was one of the early entries in the business way back in the late 60s. They called them snow sports. And Nick's in second, and there goes Leroy. Mickey Rupp was a racer, got into the snowmobile business, made go-karts. They were excellent snowmobiles. Unfortunately, the 70s got them as well. The bad 70s. And Pat, he's way out in front. Yeah, what could have been if all these companies would have stayed in the business? Here he comes. The Nitro 2, he's coming up for the checkered. Pat Boucher. And here comes Nick on the other Rupp. It's going to take second. And Leroy Veenstra is going to take third. Okay. Class number 7. It's twin cylinder super stock 0 to 300 cc's. Should have Dan Weber, Steve Shepard, Greg Mantz, Leroy Veenstra, and John Troop. 34T. Should have 5 sleds on the line. Yeah, there's 5 coming up there. So this will be a final also, Wayne. They're all on the line. They're ready to go. They're off. So it's closely contested in the back stretch there. Leroy was out in front. No, that's not. Is that Leroy? Yeah, Leroy was in the lead. Greg Mantz is out there as well. Number 37, Dan Weber on the John Deere. Leroy still out in front. Here he comes, still in the lead, followed by number 34T, John Troop on the Polaris, Greg Manson third, and number 62, Steve Shepard. And the John Deere coming up the back. Oh, he's past him. I missed that. Number 34T's in the lead, John Troop with the Polaris Colt. No, that's a TX, followed by the Skidoo and the Yamaha. The next one is number 7. Dan Weber, Steve Shepard, Jason Smith. Jason's out. Greg Mantz, Leroy, and John Troop. And number 34T, he's still in the lead. John Troop, one more lap to go, followed by Leroy Veenstra and Greg Mantz. That hasn't changed. We'll see if anything happens here in the last lap. But John, he's holding it up pretty good there. That's a good-looking Polaris TX. Followed by the Skidoo, Leroy Veenstra. And Greg on his Yami. And the Arctic Cat. Well, it looks like John Troop, he's still in the lead coming into the last turn here. He's going to take the checkered. Number 34T, John Troop, 67E, Leroy Veenstra, Greg Mantz. Number 51 looks like he'll get the third, and the fourth will be Steve Shepard. Takes fourth. And the John Deere, he's coming round. So we got class number 7 getting on the line. Dan Weber, he's out in the track. Steve Shepard, Greg Mantz, Leroy Veenstra, and John Troop. They get to go out again. That's what you call track time. I wonder if they're getting tired. Here comes Dan. And he takes the checkered. He's back out for the next one. So on the line, race number 7, 74 and older, twin cylinder super stock. Dan Weber, number 37. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, we got a silver Buick Lucerne parked up near the house here. We need it moved right away. We have to get another vehicle out. A silver Buick Lucerne. Whoever owns that, I need you to move it, please.
Okay, so on the line here, Dan Weber, number 37 on your John Deere. Steve Shepard, number 62. Greg Mantz, there he comes. Leroy Veenstra, 67A. And John Troop, he just won that one. He'll be back out in the line. Am I screwed up?
I think we just ran class 7. We should be.
We did?
Yeah. Didn't we?
Well, there must have been a bunch of scratches.
Because I think we're supposed to be here, but.
Okay, just a sec here.
But you tell me. I mean.
Well, I'm screwed up.
I think. They got both troops around there, so we're in.
Okay, guys, I made a mistake there. This is class number 8. Pat Boucher, he's up there. John Troop, 34T. Greg Mantz, Nick Holman, Leroy Veenstra, Kenny Troop, and Nick Boucher. Is there anybody else? They're all there? 6 sleds on the line. Okay, and they're off. Tightly contested first turn there. But the Rupp, driven by Pat Boucher's out in front, followed by the 34T John Troop on that TX Polaris, and Nick Boucher's in third, and Leroy Veenstra in third. Yeah, that's a problem. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, almost. Then they're into the last turn there. Pat Boucher still in the lead. Number 34T. He's in John Troop. He's doing good. He's in second. Greg Mantz doesn't seem to have the top end on this class. And here comes Pat. John's in a solid second, and Nick Boucher's in third. Followed by Leroy Veenstra and number 34. Oh, Greg just got passed. And Pat's still in the lead. He's coming up for the white flag. One more lap to go. Followed by John Troop, and his Nick Boucher in third. The next one will be class 9. Pat Boucher, Dan Weber, Jason Smith, Steve Shepard, and Greg Mantz, and Griffin Williamson. Get ready. So this is the last lap. So Pat Boucher's way out in front. He's going to take the checkered by the looks of things. Here he comes. And John Troop's got a solid second there. He's coming in for the second placing. Oh, I guess he's not. I don't know what happened there. Nick Boucher takes second. And number 34T, 34, Kenny Troop takes third. Okay, the next one. And Leroy's coming in for the end. Okay, it's class number 9, 74 and older, single cylinder, modified. We need Pat Boucher, number 209 on the line. Darcy Quinlan. No, Darcy's out on that one. Dan Weber, Jason Smith, Steve Shepard, Greg Mantz, and Griffin Williamson on the line. So class number 9. Here comes Pat, or Nick. I'm not sure which one. Pat Boucher on the line. Dan Weber, number 88. Jason Smith, number 62. Steve Shepard. Greg Mance. Greg's trying to get his sled going there. Not sure what happened. Looks like the Boucher brothers are in this one. And here comes Griffin with the Arctic Cat, number 446. Some of you folks know that Griffin is snowcross racing. And now he's trying vintage. And Greg's having trouble getting his sled going there. Sorry?
Here's the list.
Okay. You're making sure Nick's not in it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So we're waiting for Greg there, and he's having trouble getting his sled going. Hey, buddy, it's out of gas. Are you sure you put gas in it this morning? I think they got it going. Or did they? Okay, he's out. Let's go, Wayne. He's too tired anyway. And they're on the line. They're off. The one Rupp isn't running yet. But here they go into the first turn. Looks like the Arctic Cat is out in front. Lynx. It's got that Yamaha or that Kawasaki single in it, I believe. Followed by Griffin with his Arctic Cat. I think he's got a Hearth motor in that one. And the Polaris. And coming into the first turn. Here comes number 62, Steve Shepard, followed by Griffin Williamson. Those Arctic Cats are out in front. The Polaris coming up third, and the Rupp in the last placing. So Dan Weber, he's out in front there. And Griffin's going to try and catch him. But it looks like he's stretching it out a bit. And Pat doesn't seem to be too competitive in this class. Dan Weber still out in front. Coming around the last turn here, followed by Griffin Williamson. Number 88, Dan Weber. And Steve takes the white. One more lap to go. They're stretched out pretty good here now. I don't think there'll be any change. Dan Weber in the lead. The next one is class number 10, 74 and older, single cylinder. That's the enduro race. So if you're in that one, get ready. So Dan Weber on the Arctic Cat, he's still in first. Coming around for the checkered.
Who is it? Steve who? That's Steve Shepard.
Oh, Steve Shepard, sorry. No, is in the lead on the Arctic Cat. And Griffin Williamson. Come on, Griffin! Not sure who got first or second there. It looked like a photo finish. Good race.
I thought that was supposed to be the Enduro.
No.
Enduro's next.
It's next. Did I call it wrong?
We lost a class. That was supposed to be the Enduro. Yeah.
No, it was class number 9.
No, that was 9.
Wasn't. We dropped. 9 ran. That was supposed to be the enduro. No. By the sheets we had over there, that's.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the two of them are almost identical sleds.
This is 10 enduro coming up.
Because we had no sheet no sheet in between.
Oh, hey, did you find some sheets that I put on a piece of wood?
That was it. The last sheet we had was the enduro. Those guys thought that was the enduro.
Oh shit. So what do we do?
Line them up for enduro. That was, 'cause this
Should we
lineup
redo
was
it?
the same, right?
Like class number 9 then?
No.
What do you think? Hold on a sec. Just wait a second, guys, here. I think we're a little confused here. We think we've got class number 9 and the enduro mixed up. So just wait till we figure out what happened here. Those guys on the track must have thought it was the other one. Okay, in class number 8, Dan Boucher.
It's all the same sleds anyway.
Okay, Ian, it looks like all the same sleds were in both Class 8 and the Enduro.
The only difference is that the enduro has Larry Sloot.
The Enduro has Larry Sloot listed. That's the only difference. And I don't think Larry's here. So we'll just run again. This is the Enduro now. Same guys. Are you in it, John? No. I don't think so. No. The last one I got is the Enduro. I think so. Will there be a break now, Rob? Yeah, this is 10 coming up.
Because I don't have time to write them
Yeah.
down. Put 'em on.
I don't have those sheets yet. Like he has to do those. He may have them done. So the Enduro race is coming up now. Pat Boucher, Dan Weber, Jason Smith, Larry Sloot's not here. Steve Shepard, Greg Mance, and Griffin Williamson. This will be a 10-lapper. Yeah. Sorry? Okay. Right. Are you leaving? Okay, you're looking for your trophy. I don't know. I'll have to find Rob, because I don't have anything to do with the trophies. For you. He's not here, right here. I don't know where he is. Might have to run this one. Because then we're going to have a stop. Okay, they're just figuring out this mix-up here, I think. And Greg Mance got his sled running. So he's in this Enduro. So I think that means we can get this race off, and then we're going to have a break. We'll groom the track. Greg's just getting all ready here. Get them fired up there, guys. Greg, get up to the line, and we'll run this Enduro race. Just wait for Greg, Wayne. Here he comes. Looks like Griffin's sled stalled. Just give him a time here. Hopefully he can get it going again. That big Hearth one lunger, 94R, 338 cc's in that Arctic cat. Lots of one lunger race guys in the U.S. use that engine. That's their motor of choice for one lunger racing. Stock, there were 28 horsepower. They came in numerous brands back then, Arctic cat included. He got it running, good. Just go around, come back up to the line, and we'll get this race off. This is the Enduro. Okay. Think we're... Oh, did it stall again? Okay, it's running. He's just going to go around and we'll get this race off. Hopefully it won't stall when he gets to the line. Okay, and they're ready to go, and they're off! Greg Mance, right neck and neck, three of them neck and neck into that first turn. And Greg Mance must have found a better line. He's out in front. Followed by Griffin on the Arctic Cat. And the Polaris Colt. Number 67. Number 62, Steve Shepard. Is 10? This is 8 laps. I had said 10 before. It's 8 laps. So Greg Mance, he's still in the lead after the first lap, but the two Arctic Cats are neck and neck. 62 and 446, they're all bunched together. Greg's a bit in front at the moment. Anything can happen in an 8-lap race with these old vintage racers. Greg's still out in front. Looks like number 62, Steve Shepard's in solid second, followed by the Polaris Colt. Number 88, Dan Weber from Flesherton. Pat Boucher's in the mix there. Here comes Greg. Lots of racing to do yet here. They're into this turn 3 and 4 here. Greg Mance, followed by number 62, Steve Shepard, number 88. And Griffin, what happened? Ian, you're going to have to do some more work on that Arctic Cat. You need more top end there. Here, Greg Mance is still in the lead. And Greg Mance is still in the lead, but it looks like that cat there is right on his butt. Coming into turn 3 and 4 here, where it's pretty rough. A lot of standings have changed here. The cat's got the inside line here now. See if he can get him in this first turn. Greg's taking the outside line. Seems to be a little smoother and better traction. He's keeping her going. He's keeping the placing. They're all looking for a different line by the looks of things. That last turn there is pretty bad. Here comes Pat Boucher. He's sliding around the turn. Greg Mance still in the lead, but only so by a little. Number 62, right on his tail, Steve Shepard. Number 88, Stan Weber in third. Greg's still in front. He's going to have to keep driving if he wants to keep up there. Greg's still in front. So they're down coming into turn 3 and 4. Greg's still in the lead. Just can't seem to get by him there with that Arctic Cat. Steve Shepard. Greg's way out on the outside. He seems to like that better. Number 88. Dan Weber in third. Pat Boucher in fourth. And Griffin Williamson. Is that a puma or a cheetah? Greg Mance still in the lead. Coming down into this turn 3 and 4 here. He can't shake him. He's right on his tail this whole race. Anything can happen. Steve takes the inside. Greg takes the outside. Into first turn here. Doesn't seem to be able to get by him. Looks like they're neck and neck. I think he's got him. No, he's still there. See what happens in this turn. Greg's taking on the outside. Those two sleds are pretty evenly matched. Oh, neck and neck in that back stretch straightaway, but he's still in front. Turn 3 and 4. What's going to happen here? He's looked like he was in front of him. Oh, there, he's in front. See what happens here in this turn. Greg's slowing down, and he's in the lead. Number 62, Steve Shepard's out in front. See if Greg can get by him now. He's going to have to eat some snow. No, he's slowing down by the looks of things, or the Arctic Cat is speeding up. Maybe it's the driver. Oh, and what happened here? Griffin fell off his sled. He's okay, though. It looks like a sprint to the sled. Back on, plug in the... And he's off. He's back again. But Dan Weber, he's got a solid lead now. Greg's following him now. See if he can get by him. Here comes a checkered, and Dan takes it, followed number 2 by Greg Mance. And number 88's coming in for the third place, Dan Weber. Dan takes third, and here comes Pat Boucher. He's going to take the fourth. And Griffin unfortunately fell off, so he lost a bit of spacing there, and he's going to be last. It's not like driving one of those new Arctic Cat snowcross racers, is it, Griffin? No suspension there at all, hardly. Okay, we're going to have a break now.
Yeah, we're going to have a break and do some track grooming, and we're going to do the awards for the kids 120 and for the youth class here shortly.
Three copies. They should finish out the rest of the first round. All right. Then I got to get the sheets from now. There won't be a whole lot in the second for the. No, there'll still be finals on the bigger classes like 16 and 18.
Okay, those big ones with the 3/4 inch icers.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here.
You want me to throw these out then?
No. Sort it out later. Okay, so here's two staple copies. One for you, starting line, and here's the
Unstable?
unstable.